What's going on YouTube? This is Ricky J. Oh my gosh. I just finished watching Sandhagen versus Dillashaw UFC Fight Night. And I gotta say, I am just blown away with what I just saw. It was crazy. And I'm here to just pop the camera on and talk about it. Hopefully you enjoy this style of video. But you gotta give much love to both of these guys for just showcasing great heart, great determination. You know, Sandhagen, it looked like he was gonna stop the fight, man. It looked like he was gonna stop Dillashaw, I should say. And Dillashaw showed a lot of heart coming back after getting hurt. It seemed like multiple times. It seemed like in the fight, you know, Dillashaw was getting real stunned by Cory's jabs, Cory's straights, and it was crazy. I was yelling at the TV watching it because every time TJ would try to initiate a takedown, it's like you're picking your poison going in for takedowns because Cory was so good at scrambling and going for multiple submissions. Holy cow. And it looked like he got that knee bar. It wasn't the knee bar, it was the triangle that he got early in the fight, and I can't believe TJ got out of that, but it was crazy. Dillashaw, you know what's funny? I was saying that Dillashaw's chin is really going to be tested today, and it's really going to show after, you know, you take certain performance enhancing drugs that your chin will end up becoming very weak. And he proved me totally wrong because he was taking shots and he kept on ticking. And even that cut, man, that cut right above the right eye, which I believe was opened up in training in the past, and it looked like the referee was going to stop the fight. Looked like the doctor, I should say, was going to stop the fight, not Herb Dean. But kudos to the doctor for letting the fight go on. And even what's his name, the cut man, I forget his name. He was on The Ultimate Fighter. Respect to him for, you know, he didn't use Vaseline at the end of his kind of nursing of the cut. He didn't use Vaseline because I think he feared the Vaseline was going to get into TJ's eye, but it ended up looking not too bad after he worked on it for multiple rounds. So it wasn't bleeding as much. That's what I was trying to say. But it was crazy. But if you look at the stats here, you know, split decision for TJ. You know, I have to say, and we'll talk about everything here. We'll talk about the stats, but I have to say that, you know, TJ won the competition, but I really feel that Cory Sandhagen won the fight. He did the most damage. I don't think at any point Sandhagen was hurt from any of the shots that TJ was throwing at him. But based on the scoring system, I felt that TJ won 3 rounds to 2 in my opinion. And you know what's crazy? I did a video talking about the Pride rules and how I love the Pride rules. If this were Pride, all right, the judges judge the whole fight in its entirety. They don't judge it by rounds. And I felt like, not like it would ever be in Pride, but if this was based on Pride rules, it would be Cory Sandhagen that won the fight because he did more damage. And if you look at the fight in its entirety, based on the fight, you would have to give it to Cory Sandhagen. But based on the rules of the UFC, I personally believe TJ won the fight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But if you look at the stats here, total strikes 171, 169. Significant strikes 128, and I felt like Cory needed to open up a little bit. Every time he started opening up, and every time he started throwing combos after TJ was finished with his, he was seeing a lot of success. But you know, I feel like he was kind of pacing himself. Honestly, the takedown attempts I felt was making Cory gun shy a little bit. Let me know if you agree with that. And look at that, 19 takedown attempts. You know, TJ was doing a good job not allowing Sandhagen to stay on the outside and landing shots, landing those straight long shots. And again, you know, Sandhagen's so versatile with his punches, his kicks, and he's so good with that flying knee. But Cormier was saying that every time he goes into orthodox is when he throws it. When he's in southpaw is when he doesn't throw it. And I think TJ was picking up on that. And I love how TJ, every time Cory was switching stances, TJ was putting pressure on him and throwing punches, and he was landing with shots. It was a very fantastic fight as a whole. I'm just looking at these stats. This is all in the raw, by the way. Look at the head. Oh yeah, so he was really targeting the head, 86%. TJ was doing a nice job targeting those legs, getting the points, but I really felt like it wasn't compromising Sandhagen at all. It looked like Sandhagen was still moving fairly well throughout the course of the fight. But let's look right here. Significant strikes by position. This is really cool how UFC.com can really get into the fine details, isn't it? It's showing, talking about distance, clinch, ground game. But as a whole, if you look at the stats by round, let's just see here. Wow, they really get into all the details by round here. I'm not going to get into this, but, you know, I had... Oh, man, it's just so close to call. And I hope I don't get this wrong. But I had TJ winning... let me see here. Winning the first and winning the third and then winning the fifth. But again, that first round was just so crazy because Cory did land some damage, so it was a toss-up. But I don't know, I was anticipating a draw, to be honest. I was really anticipating a draw, but you know, split decision, it is what it is. I really feel like if TJ Dillashaw gets the title shot, Cory Sandhagen should be kind of hanging out in the wings in case somebody gets injured, because in my opinion, you can't consider that a loss just because it was kind of controversial. A lot of people are saying that Cory won because he had the damage that was dealt on TJ's face, and you saw it after. It's pretty much about damage, but TJ had the octagon control, man. He was pushing the whole way, and he was establishing that octagon control. And even when he was getting up in the clinch, he was still establishing the control, obviously. So, like I said, TJ won the competition, Cory won the fight. So I feel like Cory shouldn't be kind of penalized for losing this one. I can't wait to hear what Dana has to say. Let me know in the comments what Dana had to say. But I feel like Cory's still right up there, man. He's still right up there, and he may, you know, get a contender fight again, or who knows, if somebody gets injured, he may get a title fight as well. But be interesting to see TJ going for that belt again. I feel like Jan is going to get the belt back. I really feel like he is. He was dominating that fight against Sterling, and I would love to see Jan versus Dillashaw. I pick Jan in that fight. I think Jan's a beast. He just has to understand the rules. Remember that? Kneeing a downed opponent. But in closing, I just got to say that this fight was crazy in my opinion, just because, you know, I really liked TJ Dillashaw before he got booked on EPO, which is the same drug that Lance Armstrong took. You know, that cyclist that won those crazy Tour de France tournaments. Like, what did he win? Like 7 in a row or something like that. So TJ took that same drug, which enables you to have better cardio. I think it like boosts your cardio by like 6% or more, something like that. So I was fighting with my emotions because I love TJ, but I don't like cheaters, man. It reminded me back in the 1988 1988 Olympics. Ben Johnson, Canadian sprinter, broke the world record for 100-meter dash, and then he got booked for steroids, and it totally destroyed me, man, because of, like I said, don't like cheaters. So with TJ, I was kind of rooting against him. I was kind of cheering for him. It was just a roller coaster of emotions, but got the W. Let's see what happens moving forward. The thing is with him now, it's like time is not on his side. He's 35 years old, which is kind of old for a fighter. But don't forget, Chuck Liddell won the belt against Randy Couture when he was 35, and he had a great little run before he started getting that weak chin, man. You just don't know when that chin's going to give out on you. But it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen moving forward. I still feel Cory Sandhagen's going to be a future bantamweight champion. I feel like he is. He's still very young, so don't count him out. But anyways, guys, love to hear your thoughts on this. And let me know if you like this video, me just coming on here, speaking in the raw, just chatting with you guys. All right? Peace and love. I'm out of here. Take care.